Ichung'wah and Honorable Wandai, you have been given the rare and unenviable privilege of leading this House. You must show leadership. It is not enough for the two of you to come and prostrate yourselves before the House and engage in unproductive lamentations. I want to encourage you, the two of you, the 7 members from either side you nominated are your nominees. And you must guide them, you must show leadership, and you must lead.
The delay in concluding the bipartisan talks has stalled the reconstitution of Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. Leader of Majority Kimani Ichung'wah imploring on his colleague across the aisle to bring back his members to the negotiating table.
It is time that we concluded this matter of the bipartisan talks. There are constituents in this country, like those of Banisa constituency, who are suffering without a member of parliament. We are almost at the verge of a constitutional crisis, having not an electoral commission in place. And therefore, the earlier we're able to expedite some of these issues, the better.
These talks have dragged on for too long. In fact, they haven't even started, in earnest. And in fact, Kenyans have developed fatigue over the talks. There are many Kenyans who have already lost interest in those bipartisan talks.
Meanwhile, Education Cabinet Secretary Ezekiel Machogu has assured that the capitation for all junior and senior secondary schools will be released by Friday. Appearing before the National Assembly to answer to questions by MPs, CS Machogu said the National Treasury had committed to release the funds.
I wish to report to the honorable members and the country as a whole that indeed he has confirmed that by tomorrow the funds will be in the ministry, and then thereafter we will be able to disperse the same to all our schools countrywide. And I hope that by Friday of this week, the undertaking I've been able now to get from the Treasury, because they have gotten their funds, is that our schools will be able to receive capitation funds.
Ishuki Washira with that report. Now, Kenyans are being urged to always take time to read and understand terms and conditions before downloading any apps or signing up on any websites. The Office of the Data Protection Commissioner says that accepting some terms may create room for personal data breaches.
Despite smartphones opening up numerous opportunities for users, some have found themselves exposed as their personal data is compromised, ending up in the wrong hands. For instance, accepting terms and conditions without reading and understanding them has been identified as one of the enablers of such breach.
Hapo juu wanakuanga wamesema by accepting terms and conditions, kwanza unafaa kusoma, lakini mimi sijaisoma. Kazi yangu inakuwa kuaccept.
Sinakuletea message kubwa hata hutaelewa yote ni nini. Wewe uko na haja na app una accept. Juu ya haraka na bando zangu zisiishe.
Wakati na accept kitu, uanga nasoma na napata maelezo kamili. Sijui confusion na ingianga wapi, najikuta tu ni sangu kwa mtego wa nini.
By accepting such terms, some have found themselves duped.
Facebook yangu ilikuwa imehakiwa, watu wakaomba pesa, mjamaa fulani alituma, alikuwa amekopa, akaanza kuniuliza ndani yangu utanilipa lini.
Hiyo message niliona nikadhani nitatumiwa pesa. Kwanza nilikuwa na furahi, nilikuwa nasema nitaongezea nduthi nyingine. Lakini wakati niliambiwa kuna pesa ninatuma, hapo ndipo niligundua hao ni wezi.
In its continuing public engagement forums, the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner was in Embu County and called on Kenyans to take charge of protecting their own information.
Protect what access you give to apps on your phone. Read the terms and conditions of everything before you click yes. So once you give an app permission, for example, to your speaker on your phone, you have allowed it to manipulate your voice.
Data handlers have also been called upon to guard the information in their possession by preventing it from ending up with third parties.
As a data controller or processor, What the Act requires is that you need to have a purpose for collecting this information, and the information you collect is limited to the purpose you collect for.
When you go to the supermarket, you pay via M-Pesa. You're only paying via M-Pesa for the purpose of only paying for the goods that you've taken. But in the case where this supermarket use your information to market their goods, their services, giving you discounts, that is direct marketing. And as a data subject, you have a choice. You are supposed to be given the choice of consenting.
The Office of the Data Protection Commissioner is calling on Kenyans to take charge of protecting their own personal data by ensuring that they avail personal information only to the right parties and for the right use. Nancy Okware, reporting from Embu County.
Thank you, Nancy. Now, Chief Administrative Secretary for ICT, Dennis Itumbi, has accused the prosecution of delaying the completion of a case in which he is charged with spreading a fake letter claiming there was a plot to assassinate President William Ruto when he was Deputy President. Itumbi was set to but the state with the matter, citing the lack of a police file in court. Trial Magistrate Susan Shitubi urged the defense to give the prosecution one more chance and set the hearing for the 28th of July, 2023.
CS Dennis Itumbi and his co-accused Samuel Gateri appeared before trial magistrate Susan Shitubi on Wednesday, ready for the hearing of his case of spreading a fake letter claiming there was a plot to assassinate the then Deputy President William Ruto.
Because now, it seems the trial will go to almost towards the end of the year. Because now, going by her submissions, the file will not be addressed this week, will not be addressed.
She's addressing. Through his lawyer Adrian Kamodho, Itumbi blamed the prosecution for applying to adjourn the case, terming it a tactic by the state to delay his case on allegation that there was no police file in the court.
He is present without a file. The defense is ready on its part. If the prosecution wishes to proceed without a file, it should not be an issue that would affect the rights of the accused.
And, you know, this is a court of justice. We also don't just force. Let's give her time.
Itumbi said it was an infringement of his rights to a fair trial. Itumbi and Gateri are accused of publishing the letter dated May 30th, 2019 with the intention of causing public anxiety. Elsewhere, a woman has been sentenced to 1 year community service after she was convicted of trafficking bang worth 63,930 shillings on 17th October 2019. Amina Abdi and her husband Francis Mwenda, who is on the run, have been sentenced to a 1 year probation and 2 year jail term respectively.
So taking all these factors into account, I will sentence the accused person to 1 year community service.
Trial Magistrate Bernard Ochoi, however, ruled that Amina was suitable for non-custodial sentence as a first-time offender and has a young toddler.
Now, food safety stakeholders have signed a memorandum of understanding to foster regional Food safety stakeholders have signed a memorandum of understanding to foster regional collaboration, which will in turn scale up the impact of food safety interventions in Africa. They further noted that increased awareness on the importance of food safety standards, strengthening regulatory mechanisms, and improving food safety surveillance will protect consumer health and facilitate trade. Michael Mwadiga reports.
Unsafe food has been cited as the main contributor to a cycle of diseases and malnutrition, hence putting immense strain on healthcare systems, hampering economic development and undermining sectors such as tourism and trade. Kenya joined the world in commemorating the 5th World Food Safety Day under the theme Food Standard Saves Lives, with stakeholders noting partnerships and increased investment in research is the best way to increase impact.
If we focus and adhere to international standards, we are likely to have the dual impact of saving lives and at the same time economic benefit. Safety standards will provide the common basis for understanding and at the same time the common basis for joint action.
Principal Secretary Public Health and Professional Standards Mary Muriuki said the government has established public-private partnerships in food production, that including sensitizing farmers on the best international practices.
Promote research, because the more data that we get around food security and food safety, the better we are. We can use this data to actually expand on the regulatory issues that we have as a country and also as a region. Again, implementation of the policies. In Kenya, we have enough laws. We have enough policies. We simply just need to move the decisions from the table into action.
Kenya also participates in development of international standards and guidelines aimed at protecting and improving animal health and welfare at the World Organization for Animal Health.
This therefore calls for responsible use of pest control products in order to achieve the intended purpose and also attain the product's lifespan. Pesticides are important public goods which require appropriate use for optimum results and overall benefits to all.
As the government works to actualize Vision 2030 and universal health coverage, the issue of unsafe food is pivotal in ensuring prosperity of the nation.
Thank you, Mwadiga. Now to matters education, where Maseno School for the Deaf risks closure due to lack of funds occasioned by delayed capitation from the government. This special school has been forced to lobby for aid from well-wishers and non-governmental organizations to stay afloat. It is among thousands of public schools in the country operating on a tight budget, with the government yet to disburse 28 billion shillings capitation as pledged by Education Cabinet Secretary, that is Ezekiel Machogu, last week. Wycliffe Okech with a detailed report.
And the amount of money that the government is releasing this week in junior secondary and also in senior secondary is to a total of 28 billion.
The pledge by the Cabinet Secretary for Education, Ezekiel Machogu, last month was a relief to the heads of public schools who have had to operate on a tight budget due to delayed capitation. Schools have been forced to find a middle ground with parents, since sending learners home over school fee arrears will not serve the purpose owing to the tough economic times.
Because right now as it is, if you send home students, it's most probable that they will not get money, because actually parents don't have that money. And I want to thank a few of our parents, whenever we send out messages that we are in distress, that they pay their fees, have been able to respond.
School heads also rely on funds from bursaries and student scholarships from various entities, as it is the case in Kisumu Boys High School.
So our backbone is support from our parents, but these sponsors, if and as when their money comes, it really gives us a push.
This week, for instance, Kisumu County government released more than 102 million shillings in bursaries and scholarships to various learners in various schools across the country. Out of this amount, Kisumu Boys, an extra county school with a student population of over 2,000, received over 1 million shillings in what the school's management describes as godsend.
Godsend in the sense that it's like schools have gotten to the level of living their lives almost one day at a time.
The situation is, however, dire at the Maseno School for the Deaf, which has been forced to partially rely on aid from well-wishers.
Apart from government, the children are supposed to pay some subsidized school fees, but many of them come from less fortunate families, and they're not able to pay anything. So when the government is not supporting, we only call upon well-wishers to support us in terms of how we can feed them.
Barak Odhiambo, the school's head teacher, says they have a population of 173 learners, some of whom are both deaf and blind, and must always be under the watch of caregivers.
So my appeal to the government, because this is their responsibility, is to ensure that capitation for the learners with special needs is brought in good time, so that we can be able to retain these learners in schools.
The case of Maseno School for the Deaf paints the picture of how dire the situation is in public schools. This even as school heads continue their appeal to the government to come to their rescue by releasing capitation, a move they say will prevent normal operations from grinding to a halt. From Kisumu County, I am Wycliffe Okech.
Thank you, Wycliffe Okech. Now we move to business news, where the Budget and Appropriation Committee has proposed to increase the 2023-24 financial year budget by 80 billion shillings. If adopted by Parliament, recurrent expenditure will go up by 56.4 billion shillings, while development expenditure will increase by 24.2 billion shillings. If approved by the House, the 2023-24 budget will jump to 3.7 trillion shillings. Well, the proposed amendments have been forwarded to Parliament for approval.
On Thursday next week, all eyes will be on National Treasury Cabinet Secretary Njuguna Ndung'u as he delivers his first budget statement before Parliament under the Kenya Kwanza administration. The 3.6 trillion shillings 2023-2024 fiscal budget is an increase of 251 billion shillings from this financial year budget of 3.39 trillion shillings. The government plans to finance the deficit of 663 billion shillings through borrowing. The National Treasury plans to spend 2.5 trillion shillings on recurrent expenses and 769.3 billion shillings on development. The budget for the next financial year is expected to increase by 80 billion shillings if the recommendations by the Budget and Appropriation Committee are approved by the August House. A report by the committee has recommended a net increase in current expenditure of 56.4 billion shillings and a net increase in development expenditure of 24.2 billion shillings. The Budget Committee, led by its chair Ndindi Nyoro, said it received substantial additional requests from departmental committees amounting to 88.8 billion shillings to meet various expenditure shortfalls, but due to the prevailing resource constraints and the need to contain the fiscal deficit within a certain limit, the Budget Committee could not finance most of the requests. The committee recommends to the House to approve the budget estimates for the national government, 23 billion shillings for the judiciary and 41 billion shillings for Parliament for the fiscal year 2023-2024. With regard to revenue, the committee noted with concern that the revenue target of 2.5 trillion shillings is quite ambitious, taking into account the downward revision of GDP growth projection and that ordinary revenue grows at an average of 10%. The committee noted that the reduction of the fiscal deficit from 5.7% to 4.7% is premised on the ambitious projection in tax revenue collection, adding that if the revenue collection target does not materialize, it will necessitate a downward revision in expenditure through a supplementary budget.
That story by Raymond Jenga brings us to our first break. We'll be back in just a moment.
I want to show them my attitude.
Ya bwana, ni chuo kikuu cha burudani, mashavu.
Nyumbani kaumbea.
Burudani.
Twende tukacheze bango. Mama it takes two to tango.
Na interview kali kutoka Pwani.
Nakucheza nawe. Baby nimechizi nawe.
Na ukitaka tuiwashe leo.
Bwana, kila siku ya Friday ama Ijumaa ukipenda saa 3 hadi saa 6 kamili.
Fanya kama unacheza isoko.
Kumbuka hashtag Masha. Nyumbani kwa burudani. Usikose tegea show kali tokea pwani za Pwani.
Hey, Buddha.
Umekama na mazawadi za mafanse. Wachana na hizi. Nataka nikuambia kwamba Dunda ndio hivyo tena imerejea ndani ya KBC Channel 1 kuanzia Ijumaa hii itakuwa ndani. Au niaje bro?
Nakwambia maswala, michakato, habari, mitazamo, mahojiano na masuala yote ya sport unayopokea moja kwa moja kutoka Dunda ndani ya KBC Channel 1 kila siku ya Ijumaa.
Lakini yote tisa bwana, usisahau ya kwamba mashabiki pia huku nako hatujawaacha nyuma. Au sio? Zawadi hapa ni
bila
free of charge.
Yani bila malipo.
Kila shabiki atakuwa anapata zawadi. Dunda viwanjani ndani ya KBC Channel 1. Mambo moto au sio?
Welcome back. We continue with business news, where former Treasury Principal Secretary, that is Kamau Thuge, has been approved by Parliament Committee on Finance to replace Patrick Njoroge, I beg your pardon, as the new governor of the Central Bank of Kenya. President William Ruto nominated Kamau. Now, Thuge, who has also worked as a presidential advisor on the economy, replaces Dr. Patrick Njoroge, who is retiring after serving 2 terms as Central Bank governor since 2015. Parliament is now expected to debate the nomination of Dr. Thuge next week. Now, Kenya has become the first country in the region to launch an electro-deposition plant facility. The 500 million shillings facility by automaker, that is Isuzu Kenya, is expected to double vehicle production at the company. President William Ruto has said the government will soon publish the national automotive policy that will help catapult the auto industry in the country.
The 500 million shillings facility utilizes electric currents to ensure that paint reaches all surface of a vehicle for ultra-smooth finishes. Isuzu East Africa says the company plans to invest more than 2 billion shillings in the next 2 years to boost vehicle production in the country.
Our commitment to manufacturing excellence, therefore, aligns well with the government's vision of the strong industry base and sustainable economic growth.
Speaking at the Isuzu East Africa, President William Ruto has said boosting manufacturing is a top priority for the government. The president has said spurring industrialization through the automotive sector will provide more job opportunities, enhance skill development, and ensure reliable mobility.
The plant is one component of a drive Isuzu East Africa to deepen its manufacturing operations in order to improve local vehicle production and make it globally competitive.
According to Isuzu East Africa Chief Executive Rita Kavashe, the facility will be used to paint tuk-tuks, motorcycles, as well as mini trucks.
The Isuzu ED plant is also available to other auto manufacturers in the industry, including motorcycle and three-wheeler assemblers.
Now, cross-border cargo transport delays and costs are set to reduce by 20% once the single customs territory agreement is activated across the East African community. Commissioners of customs from all East Africa community border points are set to meet in the next 2 weeks to address cross-border formality checks for cargo transport. Hibakside reports.
Transportation and storage of goods in Kenya adds almost $11.7 billion to Kenya's gross domestic product and grew by 8.1% in the last year. Despite this, cross-border cargo transport within the East African community has been hampered by cross-border delays due to checks, causing traffic snarl-ups that is leading transporters into heavy losses.
Starting 19th, in the same place here,
we are going to hold a meeting, a conference on non-tariff barriers, followed by immediately the next day having a meeting of commissioners of customs of EAC region.
The authorities are setting frameworks to support multimodal transportation and transport interoperability among member states.
But despite all that, we need to find how best we can be able to trade and make the logistics workable. Other continents have done a lot of progress, that you can move from one part of a country to the end of a continent without being stopped along the way. This is our dream. It's not happening in Africa. We call each other brothers, but when it comes to dealing with one another, when we cross our borders, these imaginary border points that were created somewhere in Europe, we are caught up with those borders. Those need to be broken so that we can be able to trade as a continent and grow the concept of ACFTA.
Talking about border crossing, talking about the connectivity, what causes, and I'll pose this question, one of the things we'll be looking at is the single customs territory, which is a regime that have been implemented by all these member countries. If you clear your cargo in Mombasa through the single customs territory, ideally, and you have passed through a way bridge in Mariakani, ideally you should pass directly at Malaba without stopping. We need to see ways of leveraging on technology to be able to have seamless crossing of the border so that we don't have this congestion that we have.
They say seamless connectivity among the countries will increase intra-Africa trade, which still lies at 17%.
We head to sports now. Now, with barely 2 weeks before the start of the WRC Safari Rally Kenya, preparations are underway for the special stage in Kasarani. The Safari Rally Kenya will be held from the 22nd to the 25th of this month.
After the official flag off at Uhuru Park, drivers in the WRC Safari Rally Kenya will compete at the 4.8-kilometer distance on the 22nd of June before heading to Naivasha, where they'll compete for the over 350 kilometers in 3 days.
So since then, we've just been working on the plan for that particular route. We've had small changes from last year, not many. We removed Narasha, we replaced with Malewa. We ran Malewa 2 years ago, so we put that one back in. Small changes in Assyrian, small changes in Kirong. Apart from that, it's almost the same.
This year's edition, which will be beamed live on KBC Channel 1, will mark the third edition of the championship since Safari Rally was reinstated to the WRC status after 19-year hiatus and has attracted 34 drivers.
So the course is all in work in progress. We've got NYS there assisting us to sort out a few parts of the road. Entries are all coming in. I think they've been finalized, so hopefully more locals will do the KNRC version. But yeah, it's busy.
The shakedown for the Safari Rally, which will cover 5.4 kilometers, will be held on Wednesday, 21st June at Loldia in Naivasha.
Well, in case you missed it last evening or yesterday, West Ham United are the winners of the Europa Conference League, beating Fiorentina 2-1. Those were the results of the Europa Conference League finals that were held yesterday. So that brings us to the end of the news this morning, but we are not yet done with Good Morning Kenya. So if you can stay with us, stay with us, because Stephanie Ayeta and Vivian Degwa are on standby to bring you the Entertainment Thursday segment. So from me, it's goodbye for now. My name is Marie Yambo.
Estudiante,
niacha na maumivu, sikupendi juu ya maumbile, ni vile wafanya nisikie, na kabla jua litue nataka ujue, wendi asali wa moyo wangu, wacha nikuone uwe wangu, maisha milele mimi nawe, tabasamu napata nikikuona, kila time nikikuona, tabasamu napata nikikuona, kila time nikikuona, wajua wewe ndiye malaika wangu, sitaki mavizi wakuone, tatembea na wewe mpaka mwisho, ficha mabawa wasikuone, wajua wewe ndo malaika wangu, sitaki madui wakuone, tatembea nawe mpaka mwisho, vijino pembe wasonone. Let me do the unthinkable, nikuoe uwe wangu daily baby, my baby you potable, nikubebe kila siku daily baby. Let me do the unthinkable, nikuoe uwe wangu daily baby, my baby you potable, nikubebe kila siku daily baby. Basi usimilize, moyo kaupiga danadana, wapambe usiwasikilize, eti mimi nawe tujandana, tupendane wajiulize, eti lini tutachana, roho tuwaumize, jiani tukiongozana, basi nikisima ayama, baby ma, unanipatia, basi ma, ayama, baby ma, nakung'ang'ania. Nyuma ulivojaza nyama, lojicho kungu na nitega, na uwa msambwanda ukinama, hasa ukifunga kangaru bega, unavyopata unantekenya, kiuno bongo kiuno Kenya, ni kama nyanya unavyomenya, ongeza manjonjo nipe tena, wajua wewe ndiye malaika wangu, sitaki mavizi wakuone, tatembea na wewe mpaka mwisho, ficha mabawa wasikuone, wajua wewe ndo malaika wangu, sitaki madui wakuone, tatembea nawe mpaka mwisho, vijino pembe wasonone. Basi usimilize, moyo kaupiga danadana, wapambe usiwasikilize, eti mimi nawe tujandana, tupendane wajiulize, eti lini tutachana, roho tuwaumize, jiani tukiongozana, basi nikisima ayama, baby ma, unanipatia, basi ma, ayama, baby ma. Midadai nimechagua, unadai umekagua, yako. Unadhani na wararua, eti nakata funua, kujifanya labaiti unamjua, alo. Shingo kama shawahiwa, mwendo na mitindo kama Rosie Huntington, shavuni hizo dimples hazijaniacha salama, mama ulivyo simple haujapaka hata mascara, nasema kivesi another people, defu yake shingo, kiuno kama City ya Lincoln, macho yake kama ya chingo. Cause you're beautiful, mama, binongo tujua, ane, bade tuona, ane, uwe na tufaa, ane, uwe na tupenda, ane. Cause you're beautiful, mama, binongo tujua, ane, bade tuona, ane, uwe na tufaa, ane, uwe na tupenda, ane. I guess I'm in love, in love with you. I guess I'm in love now, I'm in love with you. I guess I'm in love, I'm in love with you. I guess I'm in love, I'm in love with you.
Vicky Bandes.
Too hurt to finally give you real night. Sina sababu ya uongo, it's just a confession. I guess I'm in love. I'm in love with you. I guess I'm in love now. I'm in love with you. I guess I'm in love. I'm in love with you. I guess I'm in love now. I'm in love with you. Chakupana, kupana, kupana, chakupana, kupana, kupana.
Good morning. This is Entertainment Thursday, and I am so excited I'm back. Today we have such an amazing show lined up for you. All the good vibes, nothing short of that. My name is Stephanie Ayeta, and I'm glad to be co-hosting with the lovely Miss V. Wow.
It's good to have you on set with me today. My beautiful name is Vivian Dago. You can simply just call me Miss V. Welcome to Entertainment Thursday. I hope that you guys are ready, because we are ready for you guys. We are ready to give you nothing but the best of entertainment. By the way, there's a big story that is happening in the world of entertainment at the moment in the country, and that is the Stanbic Yetu Festival that will be going down on Saturday. Boys to Men are the headliners.
I know, and the tickets are sold out.
I know, completely. Do you know what? The VVIP tickets were going for 30,000 Kenyan shillings, and by the second week, they're already done.
We are not struggling in Kenya. We tunataka finance bill
economy lakini wewe ni peke yako bro.
30,000 for a day. But those guys are they're iconic.
They are phenomenal. I mean, these guys have given us the best of the best classical music, from End of the Road to On Bended Knees, Colors of Love. You can go on and on and on and on.
And I've heard that the favorite for most people is end of the road. And since they announced about the concert, their streams went up by over 400 and I think 4%
on Spotify.
I mean, that's crazy.
I know, right? People are ready to just go out there and sing their lungs out. So if you haven't gotten your tickets, and maybe you want to, the regular tickets I think are still there. So on Saturday you can be there singing along to everyone else.
Yes, most definitely. And Burna Boy, he also sold out his concert in the US.
In the UK.
It's in the UK?
Yeah, and he's the first African artist to ever do that.
Wow.
So congratulations to him.
Africa to the world.
The African giant. I think we're going to be taking a break now.
It's time to take a short break, and then we'll be right back with the interviews. Some great artists coming on board, so you better be tuned in to Good Morning Kenya.
Absolutely.
It's back with a bang. The toughest rally on the WRC calendar returns to the terrain of the Great Rift Valley.
This is Safari Rally 2023, legacy event, heritage event. This is going to be a rally like no other.
An exciting celebration of true authentic Kenyan sport. Tune in to KBC Channel 1 on Friday, 9th of June at 3 p.m. as His Excellency President William Ruto kicks off the celebrations for the 70th of Safari Rally in Kenya and activate the Sports and Creative Economy Master Plan.
So uliongeza tu kamshahara kidogo na ukaamua kununua kiburi expensive sana.
I tried to stop him, but he pushed me. Just got into your duties.
Since sasa mimi ndo nilijiingiza kwa hii mess, unajua itabidi tu nijitoe.
Sasa hapo ndo umekuwa mwanaume kamili.
Or maybe I should just get rid of her.
Yeah, that's an option.
Are you serious?
Become wild. Just to make our desires come alive. Sasa unaongelesha mgeni aje?
Kwani atuko tuna cheers? This is mine. I'll take it to the room.
Tungekuwa mbali mbele sana.
Sasa tafuta mwanaume mwingine, umpeleke mbali mbele mjuu zaidi kabisa. My dear. Unasikiaje mwili sasa?
Hey, Buda. Umekama na mazawadi za mafanze? Wachana na hizi. Nataka nikuambia kwamba Dunda ndio hivyo tena imerejea ndani ya KBC Channel 1 kuanzia Ijumaa hii itakuwa ndani. Au niaje bro?
Nakwambia maswala, michakato, habari, mitazamo, mahojiano na masuala yote ya sport unayopokea moja kwa moja kutoka Dunda ndani ya KBC Channel 1 kila siku ya Ijumaa.
Lakini yote tisa bana, usisahau ya kwamba mashabiki pia huku nako hatujawaacha nyuma. Au sio? Zawadi hapa ni
bila
free of charge.
Yani bila malipo.
Kila shabiki atakuwa anapata zawadi. Dunda viwanjani ndani ya KBC Channel 1. Mambo moto au sio?
Kio
sawa sawa.
Yeah, they call me Echo, my love. Nimekuja na zawadi leo, nataka tutoke. Ama nataka twende wapi, tuandae party toke. Ndani kwenye moyo wangu upo wewe tu pekee. Na moja kati ya ndoto zangu tufunge pingu. You know, girl, you are the one that I love and I know I've never seen, never feel love before. When it take many maliza ujue. Habiti kipenda roho. Unapila I love you more. Mekalia nafasi ya roho ya upendo. When unaifanya naterema, terema, terema. When unaifanya naterema, terema, terema. Kamoyo kangu mekate. Kamoyo kangu mekate.
So uliongeza tu kamshahara kidogo. Na ukaamua kununua kiburi expensive sana.
I tried to stop him, but he pushed me.
Just got into your duties.
Since sasa mimi ndo nilijiingiza kwa hii mess, unajua itabidi tu nijitoe.
Sasa hapo ndio umekuwa mwanaume kamili.
Or maybe I should just get rid of her.
Yeah, that's an option.
Are you serious?
Become wild. Just to make our desires come alive. Sasa unaongelesha mgeni aje?
Kwani atuko tuna cheers? This is mine. I'll take it to the room. Tungekuwa mbali mbele sana.
Sasa tafuta mwanaume mwingine, umpeleke mbali, mbele mjuu zaidi kabisa. My dear. Unasikiaje mwili sasa?
tulijuana sana, akakadem nilijua tutaoana, nilishtuka vile tuliachana juu ya igao. Tukikosana singekubali kuwa wa kwanza kupiga simu, nikisikia kupiga karoka na niambia usipige. Sasa niko single juu ya ego, nilingoja nipigie, alichoka kapigia chali mwingine. Imagine.
Well, that is Ego by Major, and before that we had Mind Your Business by Darasa, and that is exactly what we are doing here. We are minding our business, and our business is to bring you nothing but entertainment on this Entertainment Thursday show on Good Morning Kenya. My name is Vivian Dago, in case you just tuned in, or you can call me Miss V. Now let me tell you guys, our business is entertainment, right? And there's a musical that will be going down on at the Kenya National Theatre from tomorrow, which is the 9th, to the 11th on Sunday. And we are more than privileged to have the artistic director and one of the cast members right here with us for an interview. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, introducing Cooper and Jaggi.
Hi everybody.
Hi, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us. We are glad to have you here. I'll give you the honors to just let people know what exactly you do, so we could start with you.
Well, I, in addition to directing this show, I'm generally the artistic director of Dance Center Kenya. It's a ballet and dance school here in Nairobi, and we are really excited to do our first full-length musical after doing 7 years of mostly ballet and contemporary dance. So it's a big step in a new direction for us, but we're really excited to have incredible actors joining us for the first time.
Yes.
Jaggi.
Yeah, I'm Karimi Jaggi. I am an actor. Well, I started out on the stage in 1998 at Phoenix Players.
Wow.
98? Yeah, 1998. Okay. I don't know where you were.
Please don't ask.
Yeah. Then, actually, I cut my teeth on musicals. I did, my first musical was Jack and the Beanstalk. I did Cinderella. Then I went into stage management, and from there into TV production. But you know, as an actor, this itch is always there. And so now I'm on screen. I act in Kina, and I acted in Crime and Justice. I'm also in Mpakani. But there's something about the stage, that the stage is my first love.
Yeah.
So I've been itching for years to get back on stage, and when the opportunity for Oliver came, I just jumped on it. Yes, and also considering that Oliver is based on one of my favorite childhood books, Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens.
Yeah. You mentioned Mpakani, and it's a show that aired right here on KBC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is this something that you always saw yourself doing from a young age?
Well, I started acting when I was 10, and it was in a Christmas production called And 'Twas a Child is Born, and I played the role of the little drummer boy. And yes, it was on VOK, well, which is now KBC.
Yeah.
And
which
from
is
that,
where we are.
yes, I'm back here.
Very circular. You've made it all the way around.
I've come back home, and there's just something like when you're in front of the camera, this adrenaline rush, and I was like, this is it. Somehow, I'm going to be an actor. I'm going to be on the stage or on screen.
All right.
Yes.
All right, Cooper, so maybe for someone who's watching and they have no idea what a musical is, could you like briefly describe what a musical is?
A musical is the telling of a story through both music and dance, and also speaking. So it really brings that triple threat where we have an actor like Karimi coming in. She has to sing, she has lines, and she has to move to tell the story of little Oliver Twist, who leaves an orphanage and a workhouse to find a family and to find love. And so musicals take very talented people, and we've got some of the best actors from all over Kenya dancing and singing and acting with our Dance Center Kenya students to bring this story to life.
Yeah. You mentioned that this is the first musical you're doing as a production company. As a company?
To date myself, the last time I was actually involved with the musical directly, I was in the play Annie in 1994.
Oh, wow.
When I was very small. And So yeah, but since then I've spent my career, I was a professional ballet dancer and then came here and started, really focusing on the Nutcracker and Cinderella. We've done Midsummer Night's Dreams, all these ballets, and this is our first big leap into musical theater. But it's been an incredible journey, and it's been really fun also to be able to lean on the Kenyan professional acting community for support. With ballet, it was a bit more new here, but with the theater, there's been incredible work going on. We were talking about Phoenix Players and everything else. Work has been going on here for decades, generations, and there's a lot of really incredible talent to help us out for our first show.
So Karimi, what role are you playing in this musical, Oliver?
Oh, I'm playing Mrs. Sarbury, who's the undertaker's wife. And when Oliver runs away from the workhouse, he finds himself with the Sarburys working as a junior coffin follower. But somewhere along the way there's some altercation and he runs off to the streets again. And he's ostensibly looking for love, for a family. This little orphan who's growing up in an orphanage, and this is during the Victorian times when it was really, really hard. It was during the Industrial Revolution. So children were put to work to earn a living for their families. And the times were so tough that there were so many orphans. So they're working in the factories, they'd be beaten up and really mistreated. So that's basically the story of Oliver Twist.
All right. How difficult was it for you to get into that character? Or easy? How difficult or easy? Could have been easy for you, baby.
Okay, it's been a minute since I did stage, but still. Okay, and then I read this book when I was a child. And I really did not like the Sarburys.
They're kind of evil. And Karimi's the sweetest person, so it's such a stretch a bit.
I mean, they thrive on death. They're undertakers. They sell coffins. This is their core business. They're very happy when there's like a pandemic. During COVID, those guys would have been very happy because there's so much money. Those guys, they really, for them, as long as people are sick, people are dying of starvation, they're very, very happy. As long as the money is coming in, death prevails, it is fine. So for me, getting into this Mrs. Sarbury, see, all along, especially in theatre, I've always played this really happy person, like the fairy godmother in Jack and the Beanstalk. Then here I am, I'm playing a villain. And it is so much fun. It is challenging but fun.
Okay. So how did you guys go about picking who is going to be part of the cast of the musical?
I have some good friends who have guided me a bit in the artistic community since I got to Kenya back in 2013. So my first 2 phone calls were to John Sibi Okumu and Ian Mbugwa, who are, theater legends here. And John is going to come in and do Fagin for us, who is this iconic role. When Oliver escapes the workhouse and the funeral home, he joins a gang, and it's led by this amazing character, Fagin, and that's who John Sibi's playing. And then I also called Ian Mbugwa, who because of all of his work right now, can't be in the show, but he's come on as a coach, and he's also helped connect me to other actors. So I said, I really want some talent to help us take this to the level, because our ballets are pretty known for being at a high standard, and I want to make sure this, even though it's our first musical, it's still at that same level. And he said, well, you've got to talk to Karimi, you've got to talk to, we've got Jerry, we've got some Chris Kamau is coming on as Mr. Bumble. Some incredible people who have been in the industry for a long time to give us the support, and it was just through word of mouth.
All right, that's good to know. How was the rehearsal period like, maybe for you as part of the cast?
It's been intense, as is expected with any production. It's been an intense time. And taking into consideration, we've not really had a really long time to rehearse. And we've got different age groups. So we've got the little children, and we've got people like me, the older people.
And the evil teenagers between.
Yes, and the teenagers in between. So it's been all
ages, basically.
So it's been quite interesting where you look at these little children, like, you could be their mommy or grandmother or grandparent for some people. And then you've got the teenagers, and there you are. But it's been really interesting from that aspect where you bond with everybody, and then you realize that this is not screen, this is theater.
Yeah.
There's no take one, there's no take two.
Actually, that was supposed to be my question. How different is theater from production, maybe from someone who's done both? Just if you could go into a little bit of details on that, just how different is it?
Okay, there are people who say it's not much different. But for me, I'll say that, see, there are no takes. With theater, you either have your lines or you don't. Yeah? And if you don't, you better be very quick on your feet to improvise. Yeah? Another thing is the style of theater is larger than screen, which is a bit, it's contained. Yeah? And one thing I love about the theater is that the audience is there, and you can feel their energy,
their reaction.
So yes, so if you're this fun, loving person, and the audience gives you back that love and everything, you feel it immediately. And if you're a villain and there's the hatred and that the cold that comes in from the audience,
which is what you're going to be getting.
Oh, I better. No, it's. Oh my goodness, there's just something about the stage that screen does not give.
Okay.
It's exhilarating, it's an adrenaline rush. Yes.
All right. What does it take to have a successful musical out?
Well, the first thing you need is a good cast, and we've got that. We've put all new sets, all new costumes together. That's quite significant because the cast is about 80 people, so there's a lot there. After that, you need the technicians, even just the mics. You'll understand from TV, every microphone for every actor needs somebody turning it on, turning it off, and when it's not right, nothing's worse than being in the theater when you hear the screeching or so those guys, then the lighting designers have to come in and make sure that you can see everything, and that's before we even get to our SafariCom Youth Orchestra, who is creating live music for this play, which is really special. It's Levi Wataka is our musical director, and he's conducting. He's the head of the SafariCom Youth Orchestra with Dr. Duncan and Mishi. This organization is just incredible, and it's really similar to ours with Dance Center Kenya, having young children and teenagers from all different backgrounds throughout Kenya, and it's the same with the SafariCom Youth Orchestra. So we've got kids playing the music and doing the acting, and that and coming from all over the city. It's really special to bring all those elements together. And then we need a great audience, and that's also coming together quite well. So hopefully all the elements are there for a great show.
Yeah, you just mentioned the SafariCom Youth Orchestra who are going to be there. They're absolutely phenomenal. If you guys haven't seen them perform, then you just need to see them perform because they are impeccable. They're really good at what they do. And I also read somewhere that you're an executive director for this Artists for
Africa. Yeah, Artists for Africa.
Which I think you kind of do the same thing. It's not exactly what the youth orchestra does, but they pick children from, not very privileged families, and they bring them into music. So if you could tell us a bit about the organization.
So Artists for Africa is actually an American organization that works with us here in Kenya, my sister's the president. I'm the executive director of that organization, and we find talented dancers from more humble backgrounds and help them get to Dance Center Kenya, go to better schools, and have a chance to find a little bit of happiness in through the arts. And so a lot of our performers are some of those kids, and doing now, and some of them have been with us for 8-9 years. So 2 of them are graduating, Shamik and George. They're in the adult chorus. and now they're headed to the University of East Carolina University in the States. So after going through Dance Center Kenya and being part of all of these amazing shows and everything else, they're headed to the States to go to uni. This will be their last show with Dance Center Kenya. So after 8 years. And many people have seen them do roles like the Prince and Cinderella or Oberon in Midsummer Night's Dream. And so, but I'm glad they're getting to do a play. And I'm glad they're getting to work with you professionals, because it is a different experience for them before they go.
As she mentioned, you are among the professionals who are in this particular play. So what does it take to be a great actress?
Oh, wow. One, it takes, well, there's a talent, but there are other things. One is discipline. Better be disciplined in terms, keeping time, getting your lines, how you relate with other people. Another thing is read a lot. Yeah, it will help you with your language skills, and also when you read, it sharpens your imagination. Yeah, observe people, talk to people, sit, and listen to people and their experiences. That also helps you hone your craft. And another thing I'll say is do something different. Yeah. I started out on the stage, I'm on the screen, here I am on stage again. And don't get me wrong, I love being on screen as well, but there's also something else when you come back on stage. It sharpens your focus again, and it helps you hone your skills. The other thing is attend master classes on acting, do different challenging roles, go for auditions, or even get little audition pieces that you can record yourself doing, and probably have a director talk to a director and say, where did I go wrong and all that. But you need to keep at it.
I get it. What would you love people to take home after they come and watch this particular musical?
Well, I think kind of like Karimi's describing, I hope people are inspired also to get involved with dance and theater and come in and join us if they want to be part of the school. I hope that sometimes these more well-known plays like Oliver get people to come to the theater that don't normally come to the theater. So I hope if they enjoy this show, they'll come back and see whatever we've got coming up next. I think it's just hopefully bringing the arts to the forefront of it for this weekend, and then gets people more in the mood to be a part, or at least to come and be in the audience.
How was it directing Oliver?
This has been terrifying for me. I think it's really funny, Karimi, what you're saying about stretching and going further. I'm so comfortable with ballet. I've done, I went to dance, I dance trained for 18 years, and then I danced professionally for 10 years, and then I've run this school and done these productions for the last 8. But theater is completely different, and it has been very scary, but also incredibly rewarding to stretch, to do something different, to go further. And now I'm even more inspired to get back to the studio for the ballet side, because working on the sets, working on the costumes, like, oh, we can take this went well, this didn't. Now it's always doing something new. If every day you go for a run, try a swim, And yeah, so but it was scary. And I was really, even, I can't coach on singing because I can't sing. So bringing in May Umbara, who is our vocal coach, and also leaning on Caroline Slott, the other assistant director who has a musical theater background. Collaborating has been really different and really exciting. Taking some of the pressure off because I've got my friend directors with me, but also, just exciting to do something new. And even for our kids, it's been really fun to watch them speak, because dancers, we just move. We don't normally have lines, so it's been fun for all of us to stretch and go further.
All right, so I'm curious to know, can someone who cannot sing be part of a musical? If you're a good actress or actor, I'm asking for someone, that someone is me.
I can't sing either at all. No, I totally understand. There are roles in Oliver that are just acting roles.
Yeah. Okay. So you can be part of a musical even if you cannot sing.
One of my boys, Eugene Ochieng, he's an amazing ballet dancer. He's doing Noah, so he's acting next to Karimi in her scenes, and he can't really sing. I love him so much. He's my son, so I can say this.
Well, you say it with a whisper.
But he's not really a singer. But he's an incredible ballet dancer. He's actually going to represent Kenya in Italy on July 1st at a ballet competition.
Oh, wow.
So he's a beautiful dancer. He's doing well with his acting and his speaking. But it's a gift to the stage that he's not really singing. It was. But so we're not all. We don't all need to be good at everything. We need to share our gifts that we have, and you can still be in a musical even if singing isn't your gift to give to the stage.
All right, now that you've been doing this for years on end, from 1998, how do you prepare, or how do you get into a role? I know that for some people they kind of isolate and just have some time by themselves getting to, you know, interpret this role that they have. So what is your style?
Okay, for theater, well, one, I go into absolute silence before we get on the stage, and then I listen to Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Man in the mirror very loudly, or I either listen to Michael Jackson or I listen to Michael Jackson and then I listen to Lionel Richie on the night shift, and for some reason that helps me get into character. And then also avoid. I just like withdraw. I go into a shell to figure out what is this person going through, what are they saying, why are they saying this, just coming back, and that's how I'm able to reach the character.
Okay. So the musical, if you can just let people know where exactly it's going to be happening and when, and maybe how to get the tickets.
Sure, absolutely. The musical will be happening tomorrow night. We open at the Kenya National Theatre. We have shows on Friday, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. The easiest way to probably get tickets is to visit dancecenter.co.ke. There we have all of our phone numbers and all of our email addresses and everything. So again, that's dancecenter.co.ke, and you can find all the information there on how to get in touch and get some tickets.
All right, maybe any last words as we wind up?
Well, it's great to see theatre coming back, because there's a time there was a lull in theatre, but theatre is finally coming back. And musical theatre, now, come on, we're back. So please come out. It's going to be a new experience for you and your family. It's a child-friendly show, so please come out and watch Oliver. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, guys.
Thank you for having us, Vivian. It was awesome.
All right. Now you guys know when Oliver the musical will be happening, and that is from tomorrow to Sunday. So you already also know where to get your ticket. So be sure to just get your ticket and go watch this amazing show. Trust me, it's going to be a good one. I purpose to attend one of the shows, so I hope to see you guys there. That is it with this particular interview, but don't you go too far. We'll be back with more. Stephanie Ayeta is going to be up next we're going to find out who okay, I'm mincing my words. We're going to be finding out who Stephanie has for us.
What if he's not really dead?
He'd be very shocked to see his greedy brothers.
I'm not dead, Alice.
You are to me. Do you think Dad had a will?
Of course he did.
Na kila mtu anajua nini anapata. Na will ilikuwa ni ya watoto.
Iko wapi will? Sasa ona aibu. Joel akiamka sasa hivi atafikiria nini juu yako?
Mom needs you guys now.
You know, right now she's very vulnerable and gullible, I must say.
I need you to do everything in your power to get back with him.
What's in it for me?
Getting your husband back, of course.
Today, I want to show them my attitude.
Ya bwana, ni chuo kikuu cha burudani, mashavu.
Nyumbani kaumbea.
Burudani.
Twende tukacheze bango. Mama it takes two to tango.
Na interview kali kutoka Pwani.
Nakucheza nawe. Baby nimecheza nawe. Na ukitaka tuiwashe leo.
Bwana, kila siku ya Friday ama Ijumaa ukipenda saa 3 hadi saa 6 kamili.
Fanya kama unacheza isoko.
Kumbuka hashtag Masha. Nyumbani kwa burudani. Usikose tegea show kali tokea pande za Pwani.
Wow, amazing. I hope you've been blessed by that song. We have the guest right here in studio with us and is going to take us through the journey. I hope you enjoyed the previous interview with Miss V. It's all about good vibes again because it's Entertainment Thursday. And now we move on from Matters Film to Matters Music, and I am joined by the great Minister the name is really hard. Espoir Arbi.
Yeah.
Wow, is that your what do you call official name?
Yes, that's my third name.
Ah.
Yes. My name is Espoir Arbi. Rukuze Biringanine Espoir.
Okay. No, I'm lost and I forgot. Arbi is easier. Yeah. So you're not Kenyan?
Yes, I am not.
You are?
But I'm a Congolese who lives in Kenya.
Congolese, so you're Kenyan by association.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. The song that you've just sung, was that in Kenya?
Yes, it was in Kenya. At one church called
where you
I don't know if I may.
No, it's okay. You can feel free if you want to.
At a church called Sound of Abundance Church.
Okay.
Yes.
So do you, you being a gospel minister, do you just sing or do you also minister, preach and everything?
No. I minister through singing.
Through singing?
Yes.
Okay. Then what does it mean to be a gospel minister? According to you, because people have different interpretation.
Oh, yes. According to me, being a gospel minister is someone who might accept to go and accomplish God's work.
Okay.
To transmit his words over the world.
Specifically in music?
Yeah, not in music only. Gospel ministers, a preacher is a gospel minister, prayer warrior, and there are several departments being a minister.
As long as you are spreading the gospel of God. Amazing. When did you start?
Singing or my career?
No, singing.
Singing, I started when I was a kid. I was a child, yes. Back then, I don't remember the year, but yes, I started when I was...
So you were born with it?
Yes, in my family, all my family members are singers.
All right.
Oh, yes, my father is a pastor, my mom is a prayer warrior, so I was raised in that atmosphere. So through that, yes, they introduced me to the church, so I saw that I could sing, so I started singing.
Okay, wow. So you have always been in church since, and you have always been singing ever since.
Yes.
Was there a time you made a conscious decision? You know, for people who are usually born in Christian homes especially, it's usually almost very common that you are born again by birth, like by, you know, being raised in a Christian center. But was there a time for you that you realized that actually God has called me to sing, to minister, and it's not just because it's in my family?
Yes, there is a time I saw that. It was back on 2010. Yes, I was still back in Congo.
Okay.
While I was going to minister, I was hearing a reaction from people, getting blessed with the things that I'm doing. Back then, I didn't realize that I could do it. So when I came in Kenya in 2017, that's where now I heard that this is what I should do. I must do this to just spread the gospel.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
What's your songwriting process like? How do you get to... what's the process before you release a song?
Okay, before I release a song, first of all, I don't know how I get songs, but
how come?
Okay, because I've never seen me sit down and take a Bible and then writing songs.
Inakuja tu?
Oh, not kukuja tu. Sometimes naweza kuwa niko naomba, sometimes naweza kuwa niko church ministering. Okay, several of my songs they just come when I am ministering on the altar.
Wow.
Kanisani. So I cannot say that I know this is the way I do to write songs.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
Wow, so yours is, there's somewhere I nilisikia ukisema kuandika.
Yes.
Kuandika ni nini? This kuandika kuna kuandika.
Okay. The songs should be gospel songs, not hisia zangu. No. Because David, up to now tunasoma Psalms and all those things, those were songs. They were songs that he was alikuwa get just inspiration from God, so he had to write them. So hadi sahi sisi tunazitumia kama prayers and all those things, but they were songs because they were revelations. Tunazitumia up to now.
Okay.
Yes, so songs, gospel songs should be a revelation.
Okay, yes. See till Namka and then you decide, I'm feeling this type of way, so let me sing. Okay, all right. Tell us about your songs. How many songs have you released so far?
So far, I have 4 official videos.
4 official videos on YouTube?
Yes, they are on YouTube.
Tell us about your favorite.
My favorite?
Yeah.
Both of them are my favorite. Both of them. Okay, I love them both because they inspire me.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell us about one then. When did you? Let me ask. It is permanent. That is one of the songs.
Yes.
Tell us about this.
It is permanent. It was on Wednesday when we were finishing service in church. The instrumentalist was just playing the music, and you know. Chachi kisha wase wanaendanga and then kuna wale tu baki hapa. So I usually baki kwa wale watu. I took a microphone and I felt in me that what the Lord has put in me is permanent.
Wow.
Whatever the Lord can say to someone is permanent. So the tune that just came in, it began to flow. So I sang it that day, and then the following Sunday, I ministered it. So from there, nikaona I might take this to the studio. So nikaenda studio and I recorded it.
Well, for many to hear it now, to be ministered by it. So yako inanzanga, you minister to. Is it always the same for all the songs? Una minister kwa
it's not
church kwanza.
Sio zote, but most of them. Yes.
Okay. So give us a small verse about for It's Permanent for someone who wants to go and listen to it. Just a teaser.
Yes, I have seen the goodness of the Lord. The goodness of the Lord. I testify what the Lord has done for me. The doing of my Savior, the goodness of the Lord. His goodness is permanent, permanent. It is permanent, the goodness of the Lord. His goodness is permanent.
Wow, amazing. You're a worshiper.
Yes, I am.
I mean, you are those people that sing and heaven comes down. You know, the Spirit of God just fills a place, I can tell.
It's God. I cannot say that I am that, yes. But I know it's God.
Amazing. That was your first song?
No. My first song, the first song that I put on YouTube was Kanami.
Kanami.
Yes.
How did you come about Kanami?
Kanami, I was seeing that most of the time we are doing God's work, but we are doing it on our own. We are not doing it according to what He wants us to do. So I asked Him to be with me, so that I may to dwell with me, so that I may dwell with Him, and I may do the work that He wants me to do according to His will.
Wow, amazing. So His presence is key in whatever we do, not just to do our things blindly in the name of God, but He's not there.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's how it came.
How do you see the music industry in Kenya compared to other, especially gospel industry particularly, compared to Tanzanian music, compared to Nigerian gospel? Because we see a lot of Tanzanian gospel music, people love them, especially in Kenya. Even Congo, there's one particular, and I'm forgetting the name. So people really love them. They have many views. They sing together with Tanzanian musicians. They have this thing among them. They sing together, they perform. You find the same background singers singing for different people, you know. And then there's Nigerian gospel, also loved by many Kenyans. What do you think?
According to me, as I said, music, gospel music shouldn't be an industry.
Okay.
According to me, it should be a ministry, because when someone do ministry, then the things that he's doing will minister to people. Okay. So in Kenya, I see that most of gospel artists, they do it like an art instead of them doing it like ministry. So from there, you cannot assure me that utafanya kitu ambayo ni ministry uifanye kama art and iko embrace na watu wengi. Yes, I believe in Kenya there are several gospel ministers that I respect a lot, but most of their works as the individual because of that.
Okay.
Yes.
There's no ministry.
There is ministry.
The motive.
But the intention of them doing ministry, most of them, not all of them,
is misdirected.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Who's your favorite Kenyan gospel minister that you'd want to collab with someday? If any.
Okay, there are many. There are many.
Which one? Name one or two.
It's a hard question. So there are many. I would like to collaborate with. Wow.
It's a tough one. Okay, which international?
Okay, in Kenya, I would like to collaborate with Evelyn Wanjiru.
Okay.
Yes. Her first.
International. And who?
In Saraki.
Sarake. Amazing. Yes. Any other person outside Kenya that?
International.
A tough one again.
Jonathan MC Reynolds.
I love his songs. Oh. His type is more, is it soul? Gospel?
It's an
R&B gospel, yeah. What's your, okay, gospel also has genres because we also have hip hop. Yeah. So what's your genre in gospel?
I don't have a genre.
You just sing it according to how you're led. All right.
Yes.
Amazing. Tell us now about this other song. You've mentioned two. There's Abudiwa and Umenifa. Tell us about Umenifa first.
Umenifa, I was organizing a live concert. Hapo ndo kwenye ni release hiyo Umenifa, Abudiwa. There were six songs, but nimesha release almost 3 of them. So while I was organizing the event, it was in 2020. I lose several things. Nilikuwa napoteza tu vitu.
Pesa.
I lost that year my passport. Things were not good. But I saw that ilikuwa just vita fulani. And I saw that the things that I am organizing was a bit great. It carries something. Okay. That's why kulikuwa hizo fights. So when we were in practice, we were practicing for that event. I was singing just because me naendanga mapema in every practice before what will come. So from there I can just touch the keyboard na nipate something.
Wow.
So nilikuwa tu na touch keyboard and then I began sing Umenifa Yesu Yesu. Yes, and nikaji approve that this song I must do it there.
You must release it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so I did it in that how it came.
Okay. Is there kuna song moja yako yenye someone just came to you and told you that this song has really helped me? Someone going through something, someone who the song has been ministering to, and then you felt like God really led me to this, to write this one.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
It's Abudiwa. After I released it, then I was ministering it again. So I took that video that I was ministering in church, I posted it on my reels on Facebook. So someone, I don't know if she's a mom or a lady, she's from Uganda, but she just wrote that okay, I cannot spell those words.
Exact words,
But she said that I was not well, I was unwell, and while I saw this this video for yours, I felt better.
Wow, amazing.
Yes.
And isn't that what it's all about? What's your goal when you sing gospel music?
My goal is just to
spread the word.
Yes. Yes.
Amazing.
Yes, me, I am following Christ as people, we are going with them. So Christ told us to go and make disciples. So my goal is just to make disciples.
Wow, that's going well, clearly, for you. And there's this song that you were singing, and on your YouTube channel, let me see if I have it. It is permanent. Yes, actually, it's that one, and it's only a few lines, 2 lines, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
And you just sing it over and over, and it's just a whole song. You know, for other people, when writing songs, they have to have long chorus, verses, and everything. Tell us about this. I think it's one of the few that I've seen that's but it's really a good song.
Okay. A song is not all about those lyrics that we write. A song is a heart. The Bible says that in the last days, Mungu atatafuta muabudu halisi. So I always tell people, come and worship in church. I am not leading you to worship, but I am worshiping God myself.
Okay.
So those 2 words were enough to tell me that everything that I can do, everything that I can be in, there are some words that the Lord has spoken toward me. Those words will be permanent. So hata kama take long gani, zikifikia tu, they will be permanent. Yes. So I was just encouraged to repeat.
Okay.
Those.
Amazing. And have you ever been in a band? Because there's this song that you sang, there were 4 of you, and you really look alike. Is it a band, or have you been in a band before?
4 views. Okay, I've been...
No, 4 of you. Like you were 4 gentlemen, or was it 4 or 5?
4 of us. Oh, we were 4. Yes,
4,
I've been in a band. I've been in a band, but when I was in Congo.
Okay.
So in 2020 or 22, yes, in 2022, November, I went back home at my sister's wedding. So I met my friends, my old friends, where we used to sing with them. Yes, so we went somewhere on a river. I hope that is the video that you were saying. Yes. So I just asked them if we can recreate something. So that thing came that day that you saw it.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
Okay, finally, before we close, tell us about Uabudiwe, and we want to close with that song. Hopefully, what inspired you? How did you come about with it?
Abudiwe is all about, okay, it's first my testimony, and it's all about the deeds of the Lord. Sometimes tunapitia vitu zenye zinatufanya tuone ni kama tumetupiliwa. And most people wanafanya wakikuwa kwa hiyo situation wanachanga kufocus in what the Lord has done for them. But wana focus kwa situation yenye wako nao hapo hiyo instant. And that haikuangi na glorify God. So me, I saw that even if naweza kuwa niko kwa situation gani, because in this music and music journey, there are a lot of things zenye watu tunakutana nazo. But I always say that Mungu yetusaidia na tushikilia.
Na keep going.
Yeah. So I just felt in me that nilifaa kusema kwamba I have all the reason za worship God.
Okay.
Even if niko kwa challenges gani, even if nini ndo nimepatana na, I have all reason za worship God. So that's why
you wrote Abudiwa.
Yes.
Amazing. Yeah. All right. Before you sing that song, what advice would you give to upcoming artists from the journey that you've had?
From my journey, naweza waambia tusiangalie vitu zenye wenye tunaona ni wazito wanafanya. Tusiige wazito, but tuige Mungu. Tuombe, and then because when Jesus went in heaven, alitupea Holy Spirit kusudi atudirect na kutuguide. tuombe Mungu and tumuamini na tumsikilize, tufanye vitu zenye alituambia sisi tufanye, because venye aliita huyo mwingine sio ndivyo hivyo alikuita wewe. So he called you in another way, not like me. Yes. So focus on him na umsikie yeye, usiangalie wengine.
Focus on God.
Yes.
All right. Where can people find you on YouTube, get your music?
On social media, all social media, you can just type Espoir RB. Espoir inaandikwa like ESPOIR alafu RBE. There you can find me on YouTube and all those platforms.
Thank you very much, Espoir RB. I've gotten it finally. TV Abudiwa, and we're going to take a short break right after that. Bless us with the song.
Ninayo sababu ya kukuabudu, ninayo sababu ya kukuimbia, wema wako kwangu wanitosha mimi, mavumbini uliniokota, ukanipea jina mpya, mimi niliyefanyika laana, umeniita baraka. Abudiwa Yesu, abudiwa Yesu.
Wow, amazing.
Yes.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you very much. That's such a beautiful song, and I hope people can get it. Espoir RB on all social media platforms. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll be coming back with more interesting conversations. Stay with us.
Ninayo sababu ya kukuabudu, ninayo sababu ya kukuimbia, wema wako kwangu wanitosha mimi, mavumbini uliniokota, ukanipea jina mpya, niliyefanyika laana, umeniita
I want to show them my attitude.
Ya bwana, ni chuo kikuu cha burudani, mashavu.
Nyumbani kaumbea.
Burudani.
Twende tukacheze bango. Mama it takes two to tango.
Na interview kali kutoka Pwani.
Nakucheza nawe. Baby nimechizi nawe.
Na ukitaka tuiwashe leo.
Bwana, kila siku ya Friday ama Ijumaa ukipenda saa 3 hadi saa 6 kamili.
Nafanya kama unacheza isoko.
Kumbuka hashtag Masha. Nyumbani kwa burudani. Usikose tegea show kali tokea pande za Pwani.
This is Safari Rally Kenya.
The WRC Safari Rally is set for June 22nd to June 25th in Naivasha. This year's event, the 7th leg of the WRC calendar, consisting of 19 stages, will see drivers, among them defending champion and series leader Khalid Vanpera, battle in what's considered as the toughest rally in the world. KBC Channel 1 will bring the action to your living room, where a total of only 5 stages will be broadcast live on KBC Channel 1 and the Shakedown exclusive on our Facebook page. Catch the WRC Safari Rally on KBC Channel 1, your true sports partner. Finally, it's back with a bang. The toughest rally on the WRC calendar returns to the terrain of the Great Rift Valley.
This is Safari Rally 2023 legacy event, heritage event. This is gonna be a rally like no other.
An exciting celebration of true authentic Kenyan sport. Tune in to KBC Channel 1 on Friday, 9th of June at 3 p.m. as His Excellency President William Ruto kicks off the celebrations for the 70 years of Safari Rally in Kenya and activate the Sports and Creative Economy Master Plan.
Najua utaniokoa baba, na hata nikikosa najua unanipenda sana. nikiabudu. To the right nina dance nikiabudu. Simba unanipenda, 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 Simba unanipenda, 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 wote nimezunguka kupata kama wewe, niwe unanipenda, unaniokota wakati naanguka, Simba unanipenda. Zaidi, zaidi, nataka zaidi, neno lako zaidi, matendo yako zaidi, roho wako zaidi, uwepo wako Baba nijaze, nisije kupungukiwa, unitakase, nisije changanyikiwa, nitembe yako wakinono wakuone wewe. Ninapoimba nikisikika usikike wewe. Usijiwezi, leo nadidimia uongezeke, nyesha roho wako, anijaze niroweke, nataka nisame, nisame, nisame kwa pendo lako, nataka nisame, nisame, nisame kwa pendo lako, zaidi, nataka zaidi, zaidi, nataka zaidi, neno lako zaidi, matendo yako zaidi, roho wako zaidi, uwepo wako, zidisha neno lako, pendo lako, matendo yako, utukufu wako, unawashusha wakujiinua, unawakweza wakunyenyekea, sitaki kuzama, nisije nikapotea, sitaki kukoma, ndo maana nanyenyekea, unatafuta watao kuabudu kwa roho na kweli, ukitafuta naomba nipatikane, zaidi, nataka zaidi, zaidi, nataka zaidi, neno lako zaidi, matendo yako zaidi, roho wako zaidi, uwepo wako, nakupa mutima unibebe.
Wow, wow, just amazing. I am loving the energy in studio, and I hope that it is translating or transferring back to you who's watching us from wherever it is that you are watching us from. This is Entertainment Thursday, this beautiful Thursday morning, and we are joined by the Zaidi hitmakers. You've just listened to their song. They go by the name Gospel Family. Gospel Family.
Yeah.
Vipi?
Salama.
Mko salama?
Tuko fresh.
Mungu anafanya zaidi na zaidi?
Anazidisha zaidi.
If you can start by you introducing yourself.
Yeah, watu wangu wa nguvu from the Gospel Family Kenya. Mimi naitwa Prince Isaiah na nimeokoka. Kristo ni Bwana.
Amen.
Yeah.
I go by the name Rise the Psalmist. I'm born again. I'm a soul winner. I'm a son under authority. Unajua ni vizuri ujieleze mpaka kwenye unatoka pia.
Jieleze kabisa.
Kwa hiyo I'm under the commission of JCC, Jubilee Christian Church.
Okay.
And I'm serving under my father by the name Pastor Charles Mainandambia and Mom Mary. I know they are watching. So nimejitoa kwa ngori.
No, na sisi we were in spirit with the green. Huyu mwenzetu hapa ni kama memo haikufikia.
Mungu nifikishie memo.
Nakwambia ni kama nimepata prayer partner.
Nimepata prayer partner.
Ni kama nimepata prayer partner.
Prayer partner hivi inamaanisha a different thing. So
nyinyi watu mmenicheza.
Ni intercessory tu.
All right. So we go by the name Gospel Family, and I was expecting, since it's a gospel family, it's like you are a group of people, but you're just a duo. So is it that while you were starting, you were many, and then you like narrowed down to just the two of you? You can just give me the story of that.
Yeah, basically we started when we were many, about 6 guys, and tulikuwa pia na ladies, but unaona Mungu akiamua amechagua watu na amekuweka kwa uteo. Akifanya hivi anachambua kuna wenye wanaanguka huko na huko until anabaki na these are the guys that I want to work with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So initially mlikuwa wangapi?
6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ninyi ndio ambao mmebaki kama mmesimama katika neno hili.
Yeah, and we have endured.
Okay. Which is a good thing. So how did you guys meet?
Our meeting is just like a comedy, you know. Kitambo nilikuwa nauza maji kwa mkokoteni pale Kayole. Kwa hiyo nikiwa pale nimetulia, huyo akapita. Na akipita nikaona binti fulani mzuri akanipendeza, nikashauri nikasema huyu mtoto nimempenda huyu. Afu akanambia kama ukitaka mimi nakupa. Sababu alikuwa anatoka ploti moja.
Wewe ni matupas.
So alikuwa nipigie pasi, unaona. So kuanzia hapo ilikuwa ni just a way of God just bringing us together. Sababu kuanzia hapo tukaanza kuongea, alafu ikafikia wakati huyo Dems kumpata, but now hiyo agenda ya muziki ikaingia.
Mlikuwa mmeokoka wakati huo?
Nilikuwa nimeokoka, lakini kidogo nilikuwa 50-50.
Okay.
Sababu hapo nyuma nilikuwa nafanya secular.
Maisha finje.
Hapo nyuma nilikuwa nafanya secular, so you see. But so venye nilileta pamoja tukakuwa na ile idea ya kuanza gospel. So gospel family was born by the two of us, and then we invited the others.
Okay. Yeah. Would you say that your upbringing, your background imechangia kwa nyinyi kuwa mnafanya mnachofanya sasa hivi?
Kiukweli kabisa.
Sana.
Kiukweli kabisa, sababu ukiangalia kama mimi nimelelewa kanisani. Nimelelewa kanisani. Unajua kanisa za ocha zile. My mama was Mama Assembly, the father was mzee wa kanisa. And you see, it is just like a seed they planted, and the grace has been carrying me on my side at the moment.
Same thing for you as well?
Yeah, basically my dad died to 201, my mom 202. So mimi nimelelewa kwa children's home. So in the home unajua pale ni neno, asubuhi neno, saa 7 neno, jioni neno. So in that it is inside me. Hakuna kitu kingine nakuja kwa akili, just through that word. So I've been brought up in a home of Christian home. So that's why mimi ukisikia ni gospel, hakuna kitu kingine. Hata ukipata TikTok, everywhere I am is all about God. Because that's what I've been brought knowing.
Okay. Yeah. Is it difficult to be in salvation as a young person? Because I feel like young people have so many challenges, so many distractions. So is it difficult for you people?
We're enjoying to be in salvation. It is a good thing. You see, watu wanakuwa, it is a deception.
Yeah.
People have been deceived, and the work of the enemy is always to deceive, because he will put you away from knowledge, so that when you are in ignorance, you cannot realize what people enjoy on the other side. And the Bible in 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 4, it says, in whom the God of this world has blinded the minds of them who believe not. So like nika blindness to fulani amekea watu, because anajua hii blindness ikitoka, you will enjoy life. You will enjoy life. The point at the moment the blind Bartimaeus eyes opened, his life never remained the same again.
True.
The same way, if you can meet Jesus, you'll never go back to being the same person. Something has to change. Yeah,
so mwasema kwa Yesu kuna raha.
Mbaya. Unajua, the word is out there. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all shall be added unto you. Na sasa si kama youth tumekuwa ile ya tunataka sahi. People don't want to persevere. But the more unapitia challenges mingi in life, the more you become stronger. So unakuta in salvation, yes, shetani yako bana, ni hard. But it's hard to those who don't know Christ. But if you know who supports you, who strengthens you, then it's simple. Hata kwa wasanii, unajua kwa wasanii wanapitia mingi. If you know who you serve, what are your reason for doing it, itakuwa ngumu kwako. Utakuwa unaifanya in a simple way. Hadi watu wanauliza how do you do it? Sisi ndio wale watu tuna release ngoma after 1 month. Watu tuliza mko na pesa? Yeah, spiritually tuko na pesa. Leo wacha niwaambie on camera. Spiritually tuko na pesa, physically inaweza kuwa uioni, but spiritually is there.
Your father is the owner of gold and silver.
You can say that.
Kula tano bana.
He's and everything there.
Yeah.
So you cannot follow him and lack. We can't.
Okay, I get that. So you guys took a musical break, 3 years. 3 years is a lot for musicians.
Yeah.
So you took a 3-year musical break. What was happening in your lives? Why the break?
Well, I can tell you, you know, sometimes when God wants to use you, he will make sure that he uses you. One thing I tell people is that God loves you, but he's never desperate for you. And when he wants you, he will not pamper you. Yeah, he will not pamper you. In a manner, you see, when he wanted Anna as a mother of a prophet for Israel, he made sure that the womb of Anna was closed. So that the moment Anna will be desperate for a child, she will go to the person who gives the child. And now the child will come with some conditions. I give you a child and you give me, you give back to me. So for us, we used to do music and we never understood why we were doing music. Tunafanya tu just for sure, tujibambe, alafu tukaona tesa we, afu pesa zikakama. Unaona pesa pia zikakama at an early stage. So we were just spending and money was solving almost our problem, all of our problems. Because hatukuwa na ile time ya kukimbilia God tuangalie nini. So it became an idol. Even what we were doing now became our form of worship. We never worshiped God. So ilifika point hizi vitu zote ziliisha. By 2018 we were back to scratches. So kama mtu mwenye ukikosa revelation, maybe unaweza ingia depression. Uache mziki urudi ocha ulimengano. But for us, God did it, but he also gave us the peace of the heart. Because if your heart is at peace, you can endure and wait on what next God has in place for you. So we realized that that time was for us just to focus and know why we need to do music. That is when I entered under the mentorship of the church, Jubilee Christian Church, and I found that my spiritual authority. So he took me on a totally different direction. You know, we know music and showbiz and all that, but now he took me through ministry.
Okay.
So through that, tumekuwa tukijijenga, tukijua the dynamics of the ministry and all that. So ikakuja in a manner that now we are not just doing music. We are doing ministry.
You're ministering.
Yeah, we are doing ministry because after we came back in November 2022, right? After we released that song, someone listened to the song and they gave their lives to Christ.
Which song? Zaidi?
No, Unanipenda.
Oh, because Zaidi is just very recent.
Yeah, Zaidi is recent. So Unanipenda, when they listened to Unanipenda, they gave their lives to Christ while in Kajiado. So we understood that now music has carried a spirit of soul winning because I am a soul winner before I do music. So even if I go to studio and do music, it comes with that spirit of bringing men to the light. So you mentioned that you guys started making money pretty early in your musical journey. How was that? How are you making money? And okay, just answer that first before I get into the
basically we had a company which was called Kerry Waters. So they had given us an offer. We work with them in promoting their product. So basically,
you were brand ambassadors.
Yeah, we were marketing their product. So we were Karen, everywhere we were going online, everywhere marketing their product.
Okay.
Now pesa ilikuwa nzuri. Hiyo figure haiko kadhaa. Let me say it on camera.
Yeah, please do. Feel free.
200 Gs per month.
Okay.
I can tell you.
Each.
Yeah, it was both of us. So kwa 200,000 per month, hiyo tulikuwa tunaweka chini ya pilo na kuambia. So it was a good amount of money. Na ilitutoa because we were just thinking about party. Do you know, tulikuwa tunaita a celebrity to come with us, tukapati Thika.
Okay.
I can tell you even as mtaja jina lakini najua itachoma. So sitamtaja. Tulikuwa tunalipa celebrity, tunaenda Thika ku have a show. Tunalipia watu gari Kayole. Tunachukua karibu 3
za Thika Super Highway.
Thika Super, tuende party in Thika. Na iwarudishe. That's what we were doing.
Okay.
So itafika mahali pia God akaona, I want you to serve me. This thing you are doing, it's not good thing. So ikakatika.
All right. So still on the conversation of finances, one would argue that the gospel industry, I know that you people don't love calling it an industry, but I feel it's still an industry. The gospel industry now compared to how it was back then is very, very different. Also in terms of finances, in terms of money, I feel like, I don't know, you can tell me because you're in it. I'm just speaking, looking from the outside in. And I think you gospel artists are not making as much money now like you used to make back then? Because I don't see as many shows now. I feel like the gospel industry is just somewhere there wiggling.
Yeah.
What would you say about that?
Yeah, truth be told, it has been affected. It has been affected, and actually the issue of money is what has brought us to this point, because there have been that swaying between secular and gospel, because in the beginning we see when there were groove hours and all that, gospel was making a lot of money, and even secular artists transferred to doing gospel. And after a while we see when it became worse, the same secular artists went back to secular. So I can say there is that challenge, and I think that is what God was preparing us for before time. He taught us to live without, so that when we get to a place where this thing is cut off, we can still have the strength to proceed. Yeah, because the best training is when you train in the hills, where there's no luxury, where there's no comfort. The place where Jacob received his dream that changed his life was when he was putting his head on a rock. So one thing that I'll say is that people have not mastered the wisdom of enduring, and that's why they have left the music, the gospel scene. But I want to tell you that God has always had his remnants. Hakuna venye Mungu anaweza like hii generation haiwezi enda tu hivyo alafu tuseme ati gospel haitainuka tena, lazima itainuka. And one thing that God does is kwanza wanga anaondoa makapi, kwa kizungu tunasema chaff. So he will remove the chaff so that what is genuine will stand, and that which is genuine will be now established in a more powerful way. And we believe that we are going to revolutionize the gospel scene, and with the support of our fans and everyone who is watching, we are going to make sure that Christ is remaining king over this generation.
Yeah. And I can see things have started to change, you know, after Groove Awards, you know, died. There's another award, awarding ceremony, or rather an award that is for you gospel artists, FEMA Awards. I think you guys have been nominated. Have you guys been nominated for FEMA ever?
We were there.
Oh, you were there last year or the year before?
Last year. Last year we were there. The year before we took a bado kwa break. So last year we were nominated. Na tukangangana.
Yeah, so it's a good thing that we're seeing the other, you know, platforms where artists, gospel artists, get to like shine and get to be known and all that. All right, so you've spoken about gospel artists going into secular artists coming into the gospel scene. Would you collaborate with a secular artist? Because this is something we've seen other gospel artists doing.
The Bible clearly tells us that do not be equally yoked with non-believers. So it is. I'm not trying to play a Pharisee attitude, but it is just good that we understand the dynamics of the gospel. You see, in this kingdom we have rules, and any house that does not have rules, it may never stand. So unless this person just give his life to Christ and we walk a journey just to make sure that they are transformed, then we can do that.
But one would argue Jesus came for sinners. So why would you not sing with someone who does secular? Maybe you're going to win some souls from their side.
Yeah, you see, Jesus came for sinners. And when he met sinners, they were saved. They transformed. They did not remain to be sinners. So if I meet someone who does secular now, and after some months you hear me sing with him, it means that he will not go back to doing that again. Yeah, because we are not here for show. We are not here for crowds. We are here for souls. So anything that can cause maybe the gospel to be compromised, we are not for it. Yeah, because when God has entrusted you with a crowd, do you know, it pains me because God has loved people. He has entrusted them with followers because they were serving him. And he looked at their hearts and they were genuine at that moment. But now he gave them a following, and after some times they turned So you can imagine all this crowd has been turned back to the enemy. It is so painful.
Okay. Still on something that still relates to that, we have secular artists who give us really good gospel songs. You know, something like El Shaddai came from Heart the Band, something like Mungu Peke came from Nyashinsky. Do you feel like that is challenging for you as gospel artists when we have secular artists come out and just give us really powerful gospel songs?
I would say it's not challenging because God himself amesema atatumia, mumekataa kumwabudu, atatumia yoyote, hata kama ni mawe. Naona? So if these guys, secular guys, can sing gospel, good gospel, inspirational gospel, so inaonekana, where were the gospel? Where are the gospel people? So to me, it's like God wants you to work more, put more on his word, unaona? So hata naweza penda Mungu, unajua yeye alisema atatumia mtu yote. So haina point at sisi mimi ni kwa challenge ati bando amefanya hii au nini. So I'll feel blessed because ule mtu singe reach, yeye ame reach. Yeah. Na wale watu walipewa following wamefail God because they were given a mantle. Ni kama mpatiwa, nitasema mpatiwa sword, let's go and fight. Wewe umefika mahali unaona ego imemea kidogo, umeanza kurudi nyuma, unaona? And you know music is spiritual. Unaona kama David ali play that harp. Na spirit, that evil spirit ilikuwa kwa soul ilitoka. So if that spirit can toka inaweza rudi, unaona? So mimi ningeambia watu secular, keep on doing it. Kama God amekupatia that inspiration, usifeel hard to do it, do it. Yeah. God has used you.
Okay.
Yeah.
How would you describe your sound?
Our sound.
Yeah. I feel like there's more of some dance to it. Then how would you describe it?
Our sound is majorly Afropop. Yeah, it is Afropop. Yeah.
I've seen you guys on TikTok. Though ingoma mpya mjaitolea challenge, mnangoja by the tungei dance hapa.
Tunafanya mipango.
Yeah, I've seen you on TikTok. How is that going for you as an artist, you know, as artists rather, having your songs on that platform and having a challenge out there and having people, you know, dance to the challenge that you give them?
We are trying to warm up. Those, you see, it is a new thing and we are not used to it. Yeah, we are trying to just push. We believe that they are going to give us support. Yeah, it is all about the kingdom advancement. Yeah.
What is the inspiration behind your songs?
Love.
Whichever wants to go, yeah?
Love. Yeah. Love, yani, we just love God. It is an expression from within, you know. Ukisikiliza zaidi umesikia kuna penye tumesema unatafuta watakao kuabudu kwa roho na kweli. Like that is what pushes us to do music for God because we just love him and we cannot help.
Okay, so how do you come up with the lyrics? Do you like read your Bible and then you get words in there, or just how do you come up with your lyrics?
Sisi huenda tu studio, then we tell God, we shuka tu fanye maneno yako.
Fanya, cheza kiwewe God.
Cheza tu kiwewe. By the way, hatujaenda tukaandika.
Okay.
Tunaingia studio, producer na on the beats, we start from there. Words, inakaa mtu una flow nayo. Yeah, because mostly sisi upenda wimbo tuna release, let it be like a prayer. Yenye wewe ukiimba ni kama unaongea na God direct. Ukisikiza wimbo zetu zote, one by one utasikia tunaku direct through to God. You just, if you sing along, it's like you're making a prayer.
Okay.
Yeah, so hatuna hiyo time ya kukaa chini kuandika.
Okay.
Kama kusoma Biblia, we just read the Bible to fellowship with God. Yeah, but now singing is something internal. You see, there's a difference with reading the Bible just like a book and having the word inside of you. So the word has already entered and now it comes out. He says, open your mouth and I'll fill you, and out of your belly shall flow rivers of living waters. So it is full inside already, now it comes out.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, we need to be winding up. Maybe any last words? Umesema watu wachache wana watch. So maybe you can talk to your people, one last word, very briefly. Okay,
to our guys out there, ningependa kwanza kuambia you can follow us, you can trust us with your spiritual stuff. We are here to guide you in any way we can, mali God ameiweka. So nataka kupatiana handles yetu, ndio kitu inakuanga kazi yangu kwa group. Huyu anakuanga sector ingine, so in the sector of marketing inakuanga yangu. So acha tu nijiuze. So pale Facebook at The Gospel Family Kenya, YouTube tafadhali subscribe. Hiyo ndio unajua Kanyari aliitisha 310. So mimi kwenye naitisha subscription. Sawa? So pale YouTube at the Gospel Family Kenya, subscribe pale. TikTok at the Gospel Family Kenya. Generally the Gospel Family Kenya.
Okay.
Anywhere.
All right. You guys are doing an amazing job, and I hope that you're gonna keep pushing.
Sure. Thank you.
All right, guys. I hope that you are going to support them on the handles that they have just given us. Let us keep supporting our own. We'll be back with more.
To get Skizatune Hail Mary, dial *811 *963 hash.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen.
To get Hail Mary, dial *811 *963 hash *811 *963 hash.
Wake up this morning with a smile on my face, the sun shining bright.
My name is Amalia. I'm 9 years old. I'm a model and fashion designer. And this is one of my outfits I'm wearing. When I was about maybe 6 years old, my mum asked me this question. Instead of asking me what do you want to be when you grow up, she asked me what do you want to be now. And I said I want to be everything I already am, and I also want to add fashion to it.
Oh gosh! And the other said, golly. And you can see the two here, Willow and Holly. And they are really, really shocked.
Choose the shoes. If choose the shoes, choose the shoe he choose.
Today I'm going to show you guys on how to make the yummiest lemon cupcakes at the comfort of your home.
It's a brand new day. It's gonna be a good day.
Hey, Buda. Kama na zawadi za mafanzo. Wachana na hizi. Nataka nikuambia kwamba Dunda ndio hivyo tena imerejea ndani ya KBC Channel 1 kuanzia Ijumaa hii itakuwa ndani. Au ni aje bro?
Nakwambia maswala, michakato, habari, mitazamo, mahojiano na masuala yote ya sport unayopokea moja kwa moja kutoka Dunda ndani ya KBC Channel 1 kila siku ya Ijumaa.
Lakini yote tisa bwana, usisahau ya kwamba mashabiki pia huku nako hatujawaacha nyuma. Au sio? Zawadi hapa ni
bila
free of charge.
Yani bila malipo.
Kila shabiki atakuwa anapata zawadi. Dunda viwanjani ndani ya KBC Channel 1. Mambo moto moto, au sio?
All right. right, thank you for staying with us. And this is the last interview of the day. And of course, you are going to enjoy it because this is a little bit different from what we've had in the previous interviews. We are talking about modeling. Has it been a passion for you? Have you been admiring models and everything? Today we have all the information that we need because we are hosting the CEO of Models Arena Africa, who is also a model. He goes by the name Peter Kingori, but the name he's commonly known as is Chivel. Karibu sana Chivel.
Asante sana. Good morning Kenya. Kwa majina ni Peter Kingori official. Jina yenye najulikana sana ama publicly known as Chivel.
Chivel.
Yeah. Hiyo ndio inakuwa my stage name. Yeah, I'm destined for the stage, the CEO Models Arena Africa. Yeah, tunadeal na tuko na academy na bado Models Arena Africa tunafanya pageant events na events zingine za kufanya mayouth wa kuja pamoja wajibambe pia.
Okay, nice, interesting. And you look nice, by the way. If I did not say it, makosa ni yangu. You look very nice. Understandably, you're a model. Design is part of you.
Yeah.
Okay, styling. Okay, I love it. So now, I tried being a model once in my life, mahali, lakini ilikata because you're small, you can model. So who's modeling for? Modeling, nani anaweza kuwa model? Tuambie tu kweli.
Okay, kitambo kidogo watu walikuwa wamebelieve model lazima kuwe petite kwa ladies. Lazima model akuwe mrefu, so
yeah.
Saizi mahali tumefika imekuwa ni kama ni talent, kwa level zingine imekuwa ni career, so haija limit anyone.
Okay.
So kuna saizi ukienda kwa titles, kuna hizi titles za Miss Chubby.
Mkubwa, yeah. Sikuzi kuna plus size models, yeah.
Yeah, so saizi kila mtu akona hiyo opportunity because saizi fashion industry ina grow so fast. Ukiwa umepata hiyo opportunity yenye okay, kwa sababu huwezi niambia saizi nimepiga hii luku alafu natembea nikibounce, I make sense. Haiwezi make sense. So lazima at least walks zangu zipelekane na kitu nimevalia. Na hivyo utaweza kusell, na ndio mahali tunasema sasa fashion imeanza kuwa career ama modeling imeanza kuwa career.
Ndio nilikuwa kuuliza
you sell what you dress.
Okay. Yeah. So kivivi kidogo you get people who want you to promote their designs and everything.
Yeah, sure.
So it can be a career for someone out there. Mzazi mwenye anaangalia anasema it can be a career for a young person coming up as long as they have a passion.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So and tell us about the different types of modeling that unajua kuna high fashion, kuna pageantry and all that, but I know you deal with pageantry, but you can just educate us on some of the different types of modeling.
Okay, modeling iko na two groups twingi, but mostly watu wengi wanafanya in Kenya mostly zenye ziko common sana ni pageant.
Okay.
Hizi unasikia Mr. and Miss, Mr. and Miss, Mr. and Miss, hizo ni pageant titles. Alafu tuko na commercial models. So hao ni wenye unapata maybe wana advertise akina John Walkers, ni sample.
Okay.
So si lazima ikuwe ni John Walker, ndo wale wamewekwa pale kwa walls zao and all that.
Kwa billboards.
Kwa billboards hivyo. So na pia tuko na high fashion. High fashion hiyo sasa nasema at least kitu unavalia, najua unaweza kosa opportunity ya kupata a platform yenye unaweza showcase manguo uan. But nasemaga ukiwa tu kitu iko ndani yako ni passion, you can make the world your runway.
Okay, make the world your runway.
Yeah, so kitu unatembea na vile umevalia ndio unapata gamsiana kwa approach.
I like your style, so can we do a business together nini which is inaingiana.
So zile zinafanyika sana huku ni pageant, commercial na high fashion.
High fashion. Okay. Yeah. Na kuna standards kama high fashion, hiyo iko na standards ama anyone can also be in high fashion? Now that pageantry anyone can do it.
Okay, hakuna zenye hazina utofauti kidogo kama vile unasema. Sasa example tukifanya pageant, kuglow face lazima uglow. Lazima ukae una shine, una smile sana, una shine.
Pageantry ni kusmile.
Unaona. So lakini tukiingia kwa high fashion inakuwa different kidogo.
Yeah.
Tukiingia kwa pose, tukiingia kwa pose zenye ziko kwa commercial not commercial, high fashion na pageant zina differ kidogo. Juu hapa unauza nguo. Pale kwingine unatafuta title.
Yeah.
So difference inaingililia hapo. So tukikuja kwa manguo, tuseme mtu brand ya mtu fulani anauzia watu plus size. So definitely hata leta petit akuja showcase nguo plus size.
Of course. Yeah.
So lazima kutakuwa na plus size wamekuja wana showcase nguo fulani. Kuna mfupi, kuna mrefu. So zinaenda zikidifa kulingana na the brand nguo wanauza.
Okay.
Yeah.
Story yako, how did you start till ufike ukamua you be a CEO of an agency?
Okay, nilianza kumodel si kitambo sana. Nilianza kumodel 2021. But nimeishi kutamani kumodel. So nilikuwa na model lakini kienyeji.
Okay.
Natembea tu bora nitembee. Yeah. So 2021 kulikuwa na event ilikuwa ya kanisa. Unajua pageant ziko na categories. Introduction, sijui creative wear, sijui ziko na hizo categories. So kulikuwa na pageant ilikuwa ya kanisa, that's St. Patrick's Parish, Thika, church ya Katho. So I'm a Catholic.
Okay.
So kulikuwa na event ilikuwa ya pageant ya parish. So watu wamejiandikisha hapo, alafu kila mtu ako zile za Chivel, uko na hate unaweza model. Chivel uko na hate. So mimi nikamwambia what I'll do, nitaingia kwa runway but nitafanya dinner peke yake.
Hizo zingine kakata.
So sikuwa najua kwa akili lazima ufanye zote. So si ni wenye wananipata pale lakini sikuwa nimepata na organizer. So 2 days to the event the organizer ananiambia lazima kama una contest lazima
pitie category zote.
Yeah. Alafu moderator by the name Clinton asalimike mahali yako. Ndio akaniambiaga kama unataka withdraw kwa hii unalipa fine ya 1,000.
Wow.
So
what a way to retain you.
Nikaona sasa kuliko nilipe dhao na nikitu tu na have fun, wacha nijaribu nione vile itakuwa. Yeah. So hapo ndo niliingia kwa runway for the first time. Yeah, na nikakuwa position 2, so that's first runner up.
Wow, yeah, for a trial we got to come number 2.
Hapo ndo nikapiga my first pageant. Alafu sasa nikakuwa interested vile nilipata sikuwa nawezaga kusimama kwa crowd sana. Unajua una blush, you know. Hiyo confidence ilikuwa inaenda chini. So vile nilipata crowd inanichia, nikaanza kutumia posters za different events, nikaanza kupata moral. So sometimes nikienda kwa events naona hazijafanyika vile nilikuwa na, unajua kila mtu anakuaga na
umepicture ni unataka iende.
Exactly. So naona zinakaa funny, so nikasema what if ni run yangu. But before that nikaenda Embu. Kulikuwa na event ya Mr. and Miss Embu County Campus Student Organization, that is EXO. Hapo ndo nilienda nika model, that is 2021 31st December. Nikaenda nikabeba hiyo crown, nikakuwa Mr. So from there sikuwahi contest tena, nikaweka sasa event yangu ya kwanza, that is Models Arena Africa 2022 Valentine edition. Yeah. So kutoka hapo ikakuwa isha grow, sasa ika grow from there very fast with the support of the church and my friends. So nilikuwa nime build circle kubwa.
Wow, amazing. Just like that. Before to get into Models Arena Africa, kuna kitu umesema hapo, modeling, what it did to you. Kwa mtu mwenye wachujupia, I remember when I was doing modeling, it sort of helped me with confidence. Mtu anaweza ona tu, there's something that you take from it. As much as I'm not modeling, what else do people take from modeling apart from confidence? Kuna any other thing ambayo ndio the main thing?
Okay, kuna lingana na mtu. Mimi personally confidence ilikuwa ya kwanza sana na imenisaidia sana. Juu saizi hapa hivi ningekuwa na
look at you now.
Nikiangalia naona the world, alafu vile niliweka poster kila mtu is a must watch. So ningekuwa natetemeka, but on the same kuingia pale kwa runway kwa mtu anajua kitu anafanya inasaidia growth sana, because upate the more unaingia kwa runways the more una make new friends. Na the more una make new friends mnaweza saidiana, the more inakuaga easier time unafanya kitu different ku grow. So mimi uangalia kama Okay, I am a designer. Ni vile leo sijajidesign.
Umedesigniwa leo?
Nimeamka asubuhi nikavaa tu.
Wow, yeah, sorry bas.
So, naangaliaga kama sasa tukikuja kwa designing, inakuwaga easy ya kupush. Nimekuja na design leo. Before a month ishi niko na more than 50 orders. Na ni referrals from hao watu wenye
tume work now.
Yeah, wow. So inakuwaga poa ukiingia pale kwa runway umegainiwa confidence, ni sawa. Sasa onyesha watu kitu unaweza do.
Okay, amazing. Na sasa there's this perception ama this problem that I've seen in the modeling industry, especially models working with agencies. Kuna fraud, kiplani, kuna wale wameingia with bad intentions. So mtu anaambiwa you have to give this money for you to be signed under us, and then kuna restrictions and nini, so and then mtu anahepa na pesa, and then you don't see them until and you can't go after them. Yes. So tell us a little bit about this and how different is your organization from the others?
Okay, mimi kitu ya kwanza tofauti yangu na the other brands ni hakuna brand nasemaga ni mbaya juu kila mtu akona na program yake na kila mtu maybe akona vision yake. Kuna mwenye maybe anataka do na kuna mtu mimi nataka nafurahiaga sana nikigrow mtu afike to a level yenye hadi ana feel saizi niko poa. Okay. For me I don't charge anything kwa academy yangu. Utasign contract yes juu ya nisisikia umeenda kwa event umetumika vibaya alafu they are like models wa Mwafri wanafanya, ama maybe umeenda kwa club kama stripper. So sometimes unajua kuna zile jina yenu mahali ilikuwa kuna vitu zitaanza kuwarudisha chini. So for me I don't charge. Wow. The only thing unapaswa kuwa nao ni lazima kuwe na heels 6 inch kadhaa, lazima kuwe na t-shirt at least branded models are in Africa. Sijavalia leo but nakuaga nayo. Lazima like zile vitu tunasema ukuwe nazo.
Branding.
Yeah, tukienda places. So mimi na growigi huyu youth at least afike vile mimi nimefika.
Unajua umepitia hizo steps, so you're taking them through that journey.
Yeah.
From a point of it's your passion. Okay.
Alafu isikue ati juu kuna pageant mahali, hiyo pageant ikitokea unakimbizana nayo. Si kila pageant whatever. Unajua pageants inakuwa funny. Unapromisiwa 100,000. Juu sasa uko na brain unakuja kupata do, una invest 50,000. Alafu at the end of the day wanafanya kitu umesema wanapotea na do. So utaenda plus your 50, umebeba title inakusaidia na nini at times. So pageants zote unakimbilia but at least huwa na wanacha design. At least ukiwa na title Kenya kama una feel kabisa unataka title ingia kwa hiyo pageant. But usifuate ile promise, fuata passion.
Tufuate promise, fuata passion.
Exactly.
And tunataka utufanyie tukaran kadogo. I hope my producer will be able to play some music at least to utupatie runway. Kuna qualifications za machali wakimwada what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do.
Yeah, kila place ndio kila kitu ikae tamu. Lazima kuna tule tu vitu tunafollowiwa. Uwezi kuja hapa wewe ni model na nikikwambia pose ama sign in uko hapa. Ama uko hapa na nimekwambia sign in, how make sense?
Haiwezi.
Right? So kuna tule tu vitu tudogo lazima tunakuwa tunafollowiwa hata kama unaenda kuinvent vitu zako.
Okay.
At least kuna zile judge lazima angalie hizo. Yeah.
Alright. Mimi najua machali wakifikanga wanafanyanga sijui nini, kuna pose fulani mnafanyanga mkifika hapo mbele before judge. Yeah, so this is your runway. Let's assume it's your runway.
Nirudi nyuma kidogo.
Yes, songa nyuma kidogo and then we see. Do your thing.
So, tumesema una sign in, lazima usign in. Yeah. Then walk.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Nakatan. I wish I could do that. All right. So those are hiyo ni basic.
Hiyo ni basic. Okay, kama ilikuwa ni runway yenye iko na hizo the teen ni bigi ningefanya tu vitu poa but at least I'm impressed na hiyo kwanza.
You're impressed by that. All right. Now for ladies, umesema requirements ni 6. Sasa mtu ajue kutembea na 6 inch. Your dream is dead because maybe I think you ilikuwa disqualify 6 inch too high. I'm already told 6 inch inanipeleka and then it's just difficult to walk in. Is it a must? Especially for pageantry, for high fashion, I think a must, but is it a must for pageantry?
Okay. Kwanza nianzie wewe si mrefu.
Oh.
Kuna mtu naangaliaga hivi alafu akivaa heels na mwangalia hivi. Nimepatana na wao kwa runways na dia lady. Okay, sorry. Kwa ladies, okay. Heels zinakuanga poa sana. Kwanza kama wewe uja model ujaingia kwa runways ama uja train the walks. Ni poa sana ukianza na heels.
Okay.
Sasa hizi personally ukiniambia nitembee kama dem,
unaweza?
Nitatembea vizuri sana.
Usifanye tukufanyie trial.
Nitatembea vizuri sana. Lakini nikivalia heels, naanza kustaga.
You're not designed for it.
Unaona? So the same thing happens. Ukianza kutrain na flat shoes.
Yeah.
Time utavalia heels au utaweza kutembea.
Itakuwa hard.
Ama like ladies. Sasa si unaona ukitembea like mguu iko straight. Sasa utapata hiyo time unatembea kama mguu kako.
Kisonga hivi mbele.
Uko hivi.
Okay, so it's important. But unaanza na level like 3 inch ukisonga juu pole.
Mimi huambia sana watumie kuanzia 4 at least.
4 inch.
Ukianzia na 4 na iko stiletto.
Yeah.
The sharp one.
Wow.
Alafu double sole.
Right.
Hizo ndo zinakuaga poa kwa kuanzia nazo kwa runway, zinakuaga poa sana. So vile una grow unaenda ukidevelop the stamina ya kubalance na hizo viatu.
Okay. So now as we wind up in your organization, what is it exactly that a model gets? What do you offer? Is it training? Is it the opportunities? What exactly is offered there?
Okay, kwetu mostly umekuja hapa to train. That's one thing. So benefits zingine zinakuaga ni zikikuja most of the times. You know, you don't promise what you can't give. Unaona?
Okay.
Mimi sijaitisha anyone do. Akuja ati nikimpromise at the end, maybe after 3 months tutaenda boot camp, tutaenda sijui vacations and all that kujibamba. Staki hivyo. Sisi zetu zinatokaga kwa what we do.
Kwa grounds venye zinakamzi.
Yeah, juu sisi tunafanya designing sana. Okay, we make money through design. So unapata ule ameenda huko amepata orders zake. Mwingine ameenda huko amepata orders zake na vile amedressiwa. So we make outfits.
Okay.
Yeah, kwa the brand tuko na wenye wewe utadeal na outfits, wewe utadeal na photography, wewe utadeal na tumejidistribute hivyo.
Okay.
So kila mtu department yenye yako ana collect. Kila mtu ana collect.
Nice.
Na pia tuko na watu wengi sasa wenye wana to support and sponsors mingi sana.
Oh, you're doing great things at a very young age. I mean, very encouraging. So, where can people get you on your social handles?
Okay.
Kifunga ndio hii kamera yako, and if you have any message.
So niangalia hapa.
Yes.
All right. TikTok sikuagi active sana lakini utanipata it's Chivel. Instagram at _ it's not _ it's _Chivel. YouTube pia niko kidogo chini Chivel KE. Facebook Chivel Music. Yeah, huko ndo tunapatikana sana, but pia unaweza tafuta Moafri _Kenya IG Moafri _Kenya. That is TikTok, but bado tuko hatujaanza ku-upload content. Tunaanza kuwaletea content in the next maybe 2 months hivi. Yeah, so sijui nisalimia watu wawili watatu.
In like 2 seconds.
Right. Niwasalimia.
Wasalimia, tumia watu wawili salamu.
Okay, and a big shout out to my mom, brothers and sisters. Big shout out to Moafri fraternity, friends. A big shout out to Karo Salon. Asalimike sana, jua na ni watch. Na anyone mwenye na ni watch na mtu nilipromise akina Chemeru, Miss MB University, big up Nancy. Yeah. Big up nyinyi wote.
Quite my fans. Thank you very much, Chevelle, for coming on board. So that has been Chevelle, a model, also a CEO of Models Arena Africa. Well, this is the place where we draw the curtains on the show. Thank you very much for staying put all the way till some minutes to 10 a.m. This has been Good Morning Kenya. On behalf of the team, we do wish you a great day ahead. Enjoy the rest of your viewing. My name is Stephanie Ayeta.